started. Now we'll go to our next section, I would say, program management
Mm-hmm.
performance domains. We have already discussed something about that, but we'll go a little bit deeper into the details of program management
Mm-hmm.
performance domains. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I think the voice is clear. Things are okay. I hope we, for the next hours, we have an uninterrupted session.
Yeah.
So this is my next caption. The future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow. So I want to build my future. So I rather work from today. Agree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is the next quote. Okay. So now we are going to our section 3, which is the program management performance domains. Basically, here we already discussed this in a little bit of in brief. So program management performance domains are complementary groupings of related areas of activity or function that uniquely characterize and differentiate the activities found in one performance domain from the others within the full scope of project management work. So you already know these 5 domains: program strategic alignment, program stakeholder engagement, program governance,
Mm-hmm.
and program lifecycle management. So lifecycle management is something which is throughout the life cycle. So you can see in the diagram on your left, it is
Yeah.
in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you see there's a something I have written in the bracket: strategic
Mm-hmm.
program management. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what I have written in the bracket is, you remember the 2 documents we discussed. One is the standard for program management, and other one is the examination content outline, ECO.
Right.
So these 2 both jointly has to be referred for our exam, PGMP exam. For some reason, the examination content outline has not been updated for long time from PMI, like between SPM version 3 and SPM version 4. Even though the SPM has little bit been changed, the ECO was not updated by PMI, and the examination content
Okay.
outline is remaining the same. So there's a slight difference in the terms itself. Like in the SPM, we are calling it as program strategy alignment, but
Mm.
in the ECO, we are calling it as program strategic program
Okay.
management. But in reality, it is the
Okay.
same. But okay, that's the reason I put
Okay.
it there. Because tomorrow, when you
Got
go
it.
back to ECO and when you see the difference in terminology, maybe you develop some sort of confusion. That's why I just made it clear here.
Got it.
So instead
Thanks.
of programs benefits management, it's just mentioned benefits management in the ECO. Program stakeholder engagement is mentioned here, but in the ECO, it is mentioned stakeholder management. So instead of
Mm.
management, now we are calling it as an engagement. Program
Mm.
governance in the ECO, it's simply called as governance. So just for your information, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 domains. So program strategy alignment. So what exactly we do here? This is a performance domain that identifies program outputs and outcomes to provide benefits aligned with the organization's goals and objectives. So here you're basically just focused on what the strategy of the organization is and how am I going to align my program to the strategic objectives of the
Mm.
organization.
Mm.
That's program strategy alignment. Now program benefits management. So this performance domain that defines, creates, maximizes, and delivers the benefits provided by the program. So number of things happening there as a program benefits management. So you want to define the benefits, you want to create the benefit, you want to maximize, as well as finally deliver the benefits. So all these things are coming under program benefits management domain. Next one,
Mm.
program stakeholder engagement. You remember in your PMP, stakeholder engagement,
Yeah.
we have one of the knowledge area, remember?
Yeah. I remember.
Same thing, same concept, everything, but here at a higher level. So the number of stakeholders probably will be more than a project because you are at a program level and you will be dealing
Mm-hmm.
with the higher levels of the organization as well. So here you will be concerned with this performance domain is that identifies and analyzes the stakeholder needs and manages expectations and communications to foster stakeholder support. So you are concerned about getting the support for your program from the various stakeholders. There will be some negative stakeholders also. I'm sure you would have come across some negative stakeholders in your program.
All the time.
All the time, no? All the time, yes.
Yeah.
It's a perfect answer, yeah. So how to deal with those? By doing the stakeholder engagement. Next one is program governance. So governance is nothing but, like it's the government. What the government does, the government does the various rules and regulations for the country, right? So here, the various rules and regulations for your program, the program governance. Program governance is the performance domain that enables and performs program decision making, establishes practices to support the program, and maintains program oversight. All these things are basically done by the program governance. And finally, the last domain is the program lifecycle management, which is actually spanning across the full lifespan of your program. Performance domain that manages program activities required to facilitate effective program definition, program delivery, and program closure. So basically, from you start the program with the program definition, then you move to the delivery, then you move to the closure. So lifecycle management spans across the whole lifecycle of your program. Clear?
Yeah. Clear.
So these are the 5 domains which we have to deal with in our PGMP. Our PGMP is this slide, five domains. Okay. This is our PGMP in one slide. And let me ask you, these domains, how they interact with each other? Are they just what is the interdependencies with these domains? Are they going in sequence or what? What's your opinion?
I think it's all together, because if we just use the diagram above as an illustration, it's kind of like a life cycle that goes hand in hand. And I think a program is kind of like a continuous, benefit realization. So it's kind of
just a repeat slide. Yeah. Now the performance domains comprise the program management framework and are critical to the success of the program. Domains are running concurrently throughout the duration of the program. So it is not one domain finishes and other domain start. Nothing like that. Because stakeholder engagement, it is always there. It is running throughout. Governance, you need throughout the program. You need governance, right? Benefits, at the various stages, you need benefits. So all these are interrelated and running concurrently. Okay, April?
Yeah.
Program manager and program team perform their tasks within these domains. The nature and complexity of the program being implemented determine the degree of activity required within a particular domain at any particular point in time. Like based on the complexity of your program, the degree of activity required within a particular domain at any particular point in time will differ. Suppose if you are doing a very sensitive government project or program, okay, maybe during the initial stage, like in order to set up all the requirements, that the intensity of your stakeholder engagement will be very high in the beginning, because this is where you are setting up your program. Yeah. So based on the complexity, it can be vary. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Every program requires some activity in each of these performance domain during the entire course of the program. Every domain will require some sort of activities. Work within these domains is iterative in nature and repeated frequently. This is what we have already discussed. Organization strategy, portfolio management, and program management linkage. So everything is, there is a linkage between strategy, between portfolio management, and between program management. So where do we start a program actually? Programs typically find their starting point during the organization strategic planning. Like there is a strategy for our organization, maybe during the strategic planning cycle, your higher management, they will come up with the strategy. Okay, this is the strategy for our 2020 or 2021, like yearly strategic planning. Somebody will come up with this. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, based on that, the various initiatives in the form of programs which will actually align with your strategy will be started. Okay.
Yeah.
And any initiative that is not aligned with the strategy, you will have to maybe disqualify or cancel it. Okay, so when you actually close a program, sometimes programs are also closed when measurements against the program's key performance indicators reveal that the business case is no longer valid. Suppose you started a program to actually launch a certain product into the market, but you understand that by the time you release this product, the features of this product is going to be outdated in the market. It's no more going to be
Right.
of, so maybe in that case, you'll have to close the program, right?
Right.
Okay. New initiatives that have potential to contribute are proposed and analyzed during the portfolio review process. Like maybe you have a portfolio review meeting, like maybe once in a year in your organization. Yeah.
Well, more than, at least.
At least once in a year. So during this portfolio review, they will be actually finalizing what is our strategy and what are the programs we have to run within the organization to meet this strategy. Okay. So since you are actually dealing with that type of portfolio within your organization, you can easily relate all these topics. Yeah. During the program delivery phase, individual programs and subsidiary programs within the program may begin and end as the program continues to deliver the benefits. So, suppose your program is having like 5 projects under that. Maybe first project will finish in month 1. Second project will finish in month 3. Third project will finish in month 4. Final project may be finished in month 7. So various durations you start delivering the benefits according to the nature of your program. Okay.
I have a question, Mohammed. So
yeah.
When you say that, sometimes, let's say under a program, there are 5 projects, and then in the middle of the way we might cancel one, but there is potential that new project could be added as well, right? So it could be less, it could be more, it could be the same number of projects.
Yes, possible.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Okay. We have somewhat discussed and we have seen the difference between portfolio and program. Again, there are 2 subtle differences here between a portfolio and program. The portfolio and program distinction, I would say. One is the relatedness and other one is the time. In a program, the work included is independent such that achieving the full intended benefits is dependent on the delivery of all components in the scope of the program. So for a program, there is a scope of work and all the projects within the program are interdependent. But in the case of portfolio, as you rightly said in the beginning, the various initiatives coming under portfolio are not necessarily interrelated to each other. Correct? Okay. And another thing is the time factor. Programs like projects have a beginning and end, but portfolio, on the other hand, are not expected to be constrained to end on a specific date. Program portfolio is basically it's repeated and ongoing, right?
Yeah.
Between program and project,